Sir, where's your coaster? What are you, an animal?
We got a ton of stuff. This is the breakdown. So, I'm going to start off with the tees because personally that's my favorite. I got this Charlie Daniels band and NASCAR tee, so that's the front. I was really going for like a cowboy vibe this time I went picking. And I think that's kind of weird, but it was a vibe. It was a vibe that time that I went.
What's the price?
Oh, yeah. This one, I remember how much I paid for it because I couldn't believe the price. It was ridiculous. This is a vintage Harley-Davidson Tee. This one, I paid $10 for. This one is one of my favorites. Again, I don't know why I was going for the whole cowboy vibe, but we did. It said, only when I laugh, only when I cry, only on days that end in Y. And I don't know. I don't know why. Get it? I think these like vintage cowboy tees are a vibe. I'm calling it right now. Vintage cowboy tees. Watch it be a trend. This one I thought was pretty good just because, let me explain why. This one says, Stacker, the world's strongest fat burner. And I thought that was funny because a fat guy would be wearing it. On the back, it's got this NASCAR design. Ah, yes. One of my favorites. This one is a vintage George Strait tee. So I couldn't resist this one because, you know, homie was just in Texas. All my exes live in Texas. George Strait. All my exes live in Texas like I'm George Strait. You just gotta be repping the tee, baby. You know what I'm saying? This one is my least favorite. I think I just picked it up because I kept asking homie a bunch of questions and I was like, yo, I feel annoying. But this one was probably the most expensive one that I got and my least favorite. It is an emergency. Yeah, that's literally all it is, just an emergency tee by NBC. The first person that guesses correctly how much I paid for this t-shirt in the comments gets it. Now moving on to some sweaters because it's getting cold outside, it's getting chilly. I got this vintage Tommy Hilfiger piece that I really love. Just because it's like a polo, but it's got the fleece material and the old school Tommy Hilfiger logo with the yellow around the collar. I just had to do it to him, you know what I'm saying? This one is crazy how much I paid for this. This is a vintage Chicago Bulls crew neck. I paid $10 for this. I have a tan Carhartt work jacket that I really like and enjoy using because it's got some patches done, I think by just like some dude that makes them, like probably in his basement or garage. And he put some really good like embroidery stuff on it, and it even glows in the dark, which I just recently found out, which is super cool. So I think these Carhartt work jackets are just a vibe. So I have a tan one. So then I saw this one, and it was a black Carhartt work jacket, which I just thought was super sick, super cool. And usually, I mean, you can't find these for that cheap. This one was going for 40 already, and Buddy sold it to me for 20, so I just thought that was a fat cop. I'll get into some of the collectibles and the stuffed animals here shortly. I'm gonna go into what Claw Bear picked up. She got herself this nice little Nike vest. Absolutely killer. Killer vibes, bro. Oh, should I save this for last?
No, just show it.
Oh, this is from the Disney store.
Yeah.
Okay, so this has some validation to it. This is a vintage Winnie the Pooh piece. If you look very closely here, a couple of things. Number one, I'm gonna have Claudia read to you exactly what this says.
So
what does this say, Claudia?
it says Bear of Distinction, Pooh, which is the cool thing is, I don't know, can they hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much this jacket is like if Pooh had his own company.
Attention to detail.
I believe it's, yeah, it's just, once you're unzipping it, there's a little Pooh, there's a little honey pot. The little bees coming out.
And on the back, it looks like this.
It says Bare Essentials, and then it says loyal, thoughtful, reliable, because it's Pooh.
Is it just me, or does this give you like Aubrey Hepburn vibes?
Yeah. It's like 1950s, like classic.
So this is it right here. So to continue with the Winnie the Pooh vibe, we got this. All right.
This one's one of my favorites as well.
Is this like, would you say this is like a jersey, or?
It's like a baseball jersey.
It's a baseball slash basketball jersey. This is my other favorite one that Claudia got. It's a Coca-Cola crew neck, all black. And in Spanish, you know how usually the Coca-Cola stuff says like enjoy up here? But it says it in Spanish, it says disfruta. Ooh.
I know.
So, more Winnie the Pooh stuff. This one's just cute.
Yeah, it's a little winter Winnie the Pooh with Eeyore and Piglet.
This one is another Chicago piece.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a champion.
Yeah.
So this is a vintage champion.
So it's the short sleeve champion Chicago Bulls. And it's really big, but I really like oversized things. The back is what I really liked, how big the patch was.
Facts. So going into it is you got the OG newspapers that I thought was just so cool. So this is from when they won the second championship. And I just think it's super cool, even like how faded it is, like things that were interesting at the time. Like you have this crash test dummy on the bottom. And just like kind of reading it and stuff like that is just super cool. Even this Chicago Tribune newspaper. And as you can see up here, it says Monday, June 21st, 1993. This is when they won the third championship, and it says Tremendous. And it even has all the other, this one's from the Daily Herald. This is all for $5, by the way. Each one of these, this one by itself is $5, and it comes with like different ones. The Daily Herald, the Daily Gerald, some may know. The Triple Crown, it's super cool. It's got Scottie Pippen dumping champagne on top of Michael Jordan while he's being interviewed. Just like all of these, man. The sports section of the Chicago Tribune. This by itself is just $5. I thought that was must cop. I thought the design of this was just super sick. Something you see on a vintage t-shirt, so I had to cop. So this is the front. Again, I believe this is from when they won the third championship. I found these two books, which is For the Love of the Game, My Story by Michael Jordan. And it's two books together, but the guy who had sold this to me, this is like all a part of his personal collection. And they said they're gonna be tuning in to see the video, so if you're just watching this, shout out to you, young man. And not young man, he said he lived through all of these and he was a big fan. Then I had seen this tape, which I had never seen before. We've all seen Space Jam, we've all seen, all the interviews, the games and stuff like that, but I do remember briefly seeing something about this on the internet, and I'd never seen the actual video, so I may go out of my way to get a VHS tape player. I don't know yet. But it's a Michael Jordan airtime video. And it's pretty cool. It says it has a $5 rebate by mailing in proof of purchase from one Michael Jordan's airtime and Hanes underwear collaboration. Offer expires, in case you were wondering, on December 31st, 1994. So I think I'm gonna mail them in a letter to get $5 back. That's how much I paid for this tape. So I got this hat, which I thought was pretty cool. It's a 1997 NASCAR Winston Cup. I'm just gonna say Piston Cup because that reference is a lot easier to remember. Cars, if you guys don't know. It had a embroidered signature right here. Well, I don't know who that is. But overall, I thought I'd look super sick in this hat. So I'm going to be wearing this for the rest of the presentation of everything else that I'm wearing. My absolute favorite product that has been picked up throughout this entire collection is this little nifty thing. Now, this may look like Tweety on the outside, and I know what you're thinking, that this looks exactly like Tweety, so you don't have to think it because I already thought it for you and said it out loud. But the second that you pull this behind, you'll you'll reveal that Sylvester is behind it. And I think it is the coolest thing ever because it fits with the whole Halloween vibe. He's got his little spooky basket, which if you haven't seen my latest video, go check it out. I just thought it was a whole vibe. So this is my favorite one. How much did you pay for this?
$5.
$5? It was worth every $5. Then you have this Lisa Simpson that looks... She just looks so goofy, bro.
That's dope.
And yeah, it's got a Simpsons tag on it, and it says 100% official, so...
It was $5.
It was $5. She's got a stain right here, or a birthmark. And in case any of you guys were wondering, Lisa Simpson wears white underwear. Not that any of you guys should be worrying about that, because otherwise you guys would be weird. But in case you were, now you know. This Eeyore, which also fits with the Halloween vibes. These slippers is something that Claudia would wear. Here, let me take them off. Look how your foot is so small, it fits in them.
You're so annoying.
Oh wait, you can't take them off. So it's Eeyore in a reindeer costume, which is pretty cool. That's it, that's all it is. How much is this?
That one was $10.
And it appears as if at the Disney store in US, it was $14.50 originally. In Canada, it was $22.50. Oh, and it still costs all the time. Oh, no, it's not the right time. Anyway, moving on to contribute to Claudia's Winnie the Pooh collection. We got this little Pooh bear with the Pooh embroidered right here in the red sweater. How much was this?
10.
10?
No, I lied. 5. It was 5. Oh, yeah.
Alright. This is Claudia's favorite. It's a box. It looks like a box on the outside, but don't let it fool you. Don't be fooled by this trickery. You open the box? Come here, come closer. So it looks like a box on the outside. Just a normal box, right? Any regular jewelry box. And then, let me take you through this journey. Pop open the top. And then you close it, and it shuts up. But that was pretty cool. That's mainly everything that we picked up.
That was $5.
This was $5, by the way. And for anybody who subscribes to my channel, exactly right now, I will send this to you in a minute.
No!
I'm just kidding. But that's everything. That's everything that we have copped. I feel like I'm already getting lice from this hat. But that's everything. Tune in for another video tomorrow.